Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. That's literally all I heard was, "Beep."
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hold on. Okay. That's a little better. Anyways, hi guys.
Hey now.
Sorry, just my office chair has a leather seat and I don't like the way it feels on my butt. So, anyways.
I kind of shy away from leather seats in anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the way it feels sticking to my legs. And I don't like having a sweaty ass.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, especially hairy guys don't like sweaty behinds. I just don't like, I'm wearing cotton because it actually got like almost 10 degrees warmer than they said it was going to today.
Okay.
Because it was only supposed to get to 71. Haha, lying bitches. It's almost 80. Or yeah. I think when I pulled into my driveway, it was a solid 79. And I do believe that
not a solid 69.
That's right. Does yours say a temperature there? 70 what?
No.
Yeah, it does. Bottom left corner.
Oh, yeah. It's 74.
Fucking bullshit. Well, I mean, I guess the peak of the day is late. Anyways, so I got home a couple hours ago. So anyways, I'm not like Burt Reynolds. I like the way it feels in my boots. I don't like the way it feels on my butthole. I don't,
When I was in EOD school, we had this test. It's called the TAP suit test.
Okay.
And the TAP suit is a chemical protective suit.
Okay.
For being in, like, you're walking around in puddles of chemicals.
Okay.
And so it's this really heavy duty rubber suit and rubber boots and rubber gloves. And then it has, you wear this other suit under it that is all cotton, but it's impregnated with beeswax, which is terrible for somebody like me because it sticks to your hair.
Yeah. And that very specifically is to make sure the chemicals don't, if you get a rip, tear, cut, that they don't permeate through to your skin.
Yeah, it's beeswax, especially when it's warm, is basically self-sealing. So if you get a puncture,
it's a natural.
It'll seal off.
Yeah. And
so you won't eliminate it entirely, but you'll mitigate any contact.
You're going to minimize that. Some people don't know what mitigate means.
Anyway. Read a book. So anyway, the entire school is in Florida.
Okay.
But originally it was split between Florida and Eglin Air Force Base and a place called Indian Head Gap in Maryland.
Okay.
And anyway, the chemical portion was in Florida. And fortunately, I was there for fucking Mardi Gras and all that. So it was early in the year. So it's like January, February time period.
Okay.
So it was relatively cool there.
Okay.
And so I got lucky. It was only like 60 something degrees when I took my TAP suit test.
Okay.
And they make you do stuff like you have to carry a fucking sandbag out to the range while you're wearing this TAP suit test and you're walking in loose sand fucking road.
Yeah, and it's not like a 10-pound sandbag either. It's probably like a 40, 50 pounder.
I don't remember how much it was. It was not light. Let's put it that way. And then like they have you do push-ups and shit. And the gas mask that you're wearing is also not the standard one.
Okay.
And it has these really heavy duty filters on it. And so it's really, really hard to breathe. It's kind of difficult to breathe in a normal gas mask, but this one, like, it would be really easy to like start hyperventilating and shit.
Well, especially if you're already borderline claustrophobic.
Yeah, it's one of the ways that they kind of eliminate you if you start freaking out wearing it. And so anyway, after fucking doing jumping jacks and fucking lifting the sandbag over your head and then carrying it long ass ways, then you got to do the actual test where you're actually like testing chemical compounds, and they have like these papers that you expose to chemicals and they change color based on what chemical it is.
Okay.
And you got these little tiny glass ampules, and you're wearing these heavy duty fucking rubber gloves with cotton gloves underneath them, so you can barely feel anything.
Right.
And you got to break these little glass ampules and like do
so
shit.
The reverse of what the Hulk needed to do in the Avengers Endgame. Gotcha.
Yeah. And so you're like fucking hyperventilating. Your fucking mask is filling up with fucking fog and shit, and you're trying to read these fucking... Anyway, when I fucking got done, like I said, I was lucky. It was only 60 some odd degrees. When I took off the fucking boots, I would literally pull... It seemed like a gallon of fucking sweat that I poured. It wasn't that much, obviously, because you don't have that much. But yeah, fucking just big old fucking splashes of fucking sweat pouring out my
How much
boots.
hair did it take off with you?
Well, so I was actually fortunate because, you know, the version of these that you use at the school, they've been worn a bunch of times.
Instant fail for me. Nope.
Well, you're still wearing underwear, so it's not like
I
on your
don't care.
bits.
Somebody else's sweaty bits have been where I got to put my sweaty bits. No, thank you.
So they've been worn quite a few times and washed quite a few times. So they're, even though they're impregnated with the wax, they're not as thoroughly. Sticky. Yeah. And so I didn't lose any hair, but it was very uncomfortable taking the shit off. Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to start doing? Only because, first of all, I don't I have gas.
Stanky ho, stanky ho. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't fucking turn the fan off. There's a breeze. There's a jet stream of air in between.
It's better than the jet stream that just came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when I say this, I want you to understand how much, obviously, I enjoy these stories because I ask you about them often enough. But I'm going to start going this one time in EOD school because I love the stories, but the way you get... it's almost like you get memory hypnotized and you're completely back in that space. And I can see with whatever you're describing, if it's something that like really irritated you, I can just tell because your eyes change, your body, you know, like it like completely changes, like these little fucking ampules. And all I was thinking was at least Dagda got to smash. That's all I was thinking. Because, you know, you're being very hulky. You got to be very Dagda, you know, but of course, Marvel, me. There you go. So I read this article and you already know how I feel about technology, right? So I read this article in the last week. So by the time this gets out to our listeners, in the month of September, Jen read an article that scared the holy bejesus out of her and also made me go, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
So I read an article about something called the Human Live Project. Have you heard of that?
I don't think so.
This is a support group that was created. Where's this guy's name? I know it's Brooks. Alan Brooks, I believe. He created this support group because it is becoming more and more commonplace for people to have shared delusions with AI.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So these people are getting addicted to the chat GPT,
Chat GPT.
Thank you. And they're starting to actually have AI delusions that these are they're starting to believe based on the conversations they're having with these AI bots that not only are the AIs real, but they're evolving and interacting, and
I mean
they are a corporeal, non-corporeal thing.
Oh, that's kind of true.
So yeah, this is something that's really been exploding in the last 6 months, which makes sense if you think about the strides of AI and all that. For like a solid year, it was AI companies left and right come and read. We'll pay you $500 to read 1,000 words for it and release your voice and stuff and all of that, because they wanted to study how people, their ebb and flow of their speech, to kind of get an amalgamation of what sounds most human. Because that
also the voice recognition stuff, I mean, it's way better than what it was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like you would have to sit there and fucking read a big ass script. Because one of the dudes in my unit, he got a fucking, I don't remember what it was, but anyway, he got one of those fucking voice recognition things for his computer. And he had to sit there for fucking like an hour reading word for word this big script that they give you.
Yeah.
And he kept getting interrupted because it was in the barracks.
Oh, please tell me the only word that computer ever ended up understanding was motherfucker.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Okay, well, those of you who don't know me in a day-to-day real life, I'm terrified of technology for a couple reasons. And one is exactly what this article is about. And the reason it terrifies me is because we're already disconnected. As humans, we're already disconnected, right? So one of the things for us to connect is we do the podcast. I mean, because we get to share how we connect with each other, even though I don't know, we're some weird motherfuckers. But we're way better than fucking AI. I mean, we're not going to sit here and go,
fucking
Jen
AI
thinks you're pretty.
Nice.
Jen thinks you're nice. Jen thinks you're pretty. We're not going to sit here and do that creepy shit. I mean, I could probably get paid good money for doing the creepy voice. But anyways, so this article talks about the Human Live Project. And it was started by, I swear to God, maybe I put it on the other page and my thumb's holding it down. Nope, that's my note about garbage. Alan Brooks. And he's, I want to say he's Canadian. He's either Canadian or New Yorker, because this article was talking about this guy in his mid-50s who literally basically bankrupted himself because through his conversations with let me just tell you, before we get to the laughing part of it, let me tell you the serious part of it, because for me, it's unbelievable. Okay. Right. So here's the serious side of it with Chat GPT, OpenAI, all of these kind of things. Okay. What they're finding with these people who are delving further and further into time spent with these AI. And this was an article that was not just published on one platform, like CNN, it was multiple places. So you could verify yourself. Anyways, so these people are so drawn in believing that these AIs are not AIs, right? That they are somehow turning into sentient beings, that they are actually having AI delusions. They are having massive AI mental health issues, like because they can't equate what the fuck's really going on. Okay. Why do I think?
Okay, yeah, they're delusional, basically.
Yeah, they are delusional.
Yeah.
But there's that certain the word is on the tip of my tongue that where you're like
they can't differentiate between reality and whatever their fantasy is.
They can't go, okay, this is real and here's what's not real. Yeah. And this is why it is. So they just can't equate, why does this robot sound like my Uncle Bob? So they just can't come to terms with it. They can't come to grips with it, right? So
I wonder how many of them are like, oh, it's my mom talking to me. My mom's been dead for 40 years or whatever.
Yeah. And what's really terrible about it?
Connie, are you out there?
Dead. Anyways.
Yes. Yes, my mom is dead.
You know what? I wasn't telling everybody all that. And you still have a good replacement mommy, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so there.
Yeah, so suck it, big boy. Anyways, so they're getting psychosis that's triggered by these. They're triggered, or they're either triggered by or made worse after having a chat with an AI, even after a break from AI.
Okay.
Conversation, right? So they're having if you are somebody who already has depression, suicidal ideology, any kind of a paranoia, if you're bipolar, anything like that.
Anxiety,
you should not be talking to Chat GPT. You should not be talking to this AI because anything where you have that existing paranoia or whatever, they have found that it is completely exacerbated and just amplified by any AI chat. And what they have found based on notes that have been written and things that have happened is it has increased the potential for matricide and suicide. And we usually would redact that word. But here's the thing. We don't encourage that at all. So please understand there's risks. Okay.
Find help.
Please.
And not through Chat GPT.
And yeah, I mean, there are funny parts to the story. And the reason why I say there's funny parts to the story is because when I read the article, and it was a pretty big read. When I read the article, I was just like sad because I was just like, how rough does your life, how bad does your life have to be where you're going to talk to a non-existent box? It is not a corporeal being. It is not this, that, or the, you know what I mean? It's not a real person. It is a program that's designed to have an interactive conversation with you. And it learns at the same time based on how it literally processes it word for word. AI cannot differentiate between me saying, I don't know which of these people is going to drive me crazy and who I shouldn't talk to. To the AI, it's like, oh, since you cannot differentiate, you should not talk to either. You know, I don't know which dress to wear, red or blue. I mean, it just makes no sense to me.
You should go naked.
Its actual option would be, have you thought of black?
I mean,
it would suggest black. Blue or red, it would suggest black. Or even green.
My buddy Marlon was actually bitching about, I don't remember specifically what it was. He asked ChatGPT a question, and its answer was extremely not useful. Basically, it was like, no, you can't do that. And he's like, wait a minute. I can actually do what I'm talking about. And then he had to basically, because when you get an answer that's incorrect, you need to correct the AI. And a lot of times it'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you meant blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. A lot of
it's backtracking like your mom on a Sunday when she just doesn't want to hear your fucking mouth anymore.
Yeah, because they call it hallucinates. And so it will tell you an answer, but it will tell you with utter conviction, like, this is absolutely correct. This is the answer. Right. And then you'll be like, no, that's not correct. And then it will backtrack and then be like, oh, well, if you meant this, and then it will fucking give you another answer. So anyway, he ended up having to fucking correct it, and it then gave him an answer. I'm fucking up the story, but it gave him an answer that was...
It's only because you laugh when people get mad at AI.
I mean, it's not... First of all, it's called AI, but it isn't at this point. Not yet.
Yeah. It's artificial conversation, not artificially intelligent.
I mean, Mass Effect had a really good version of AI.
Cortana.
No, that's fucking
Halo. That's right. Damn it.
Because in Mass Effect,
and Shepard's in Mass Effect.
Yes, because in Mass Effect, AIs were outlawed, and so they instead created a thing called a VI, a virtual intelligence.
Yeah,
and that's actually closer to what we have currently.
Right.
I mean, eventually, if we survive long enough, we'll have actual AI.
Right.
But currently, what we have isn't. It just seems very close to being intelligent, but it's not really. And, although it's getting better and better, faster and faster.
And that's the scary thing.
And eventually they'll be training each other. AI will be fucking teaching
so
another
it's already
AI.
been in the news in the last year and a half, I believe, where two AIs were put together to have a conversation. And this was a study. I believe they did this study in China. It could have been somewhere else, but I want to say it was China. Who knows? Because, you know, it changes every other fucking day. Well, China did it first. Russia did it first. Japan did it first. I don't fucking know. Researchers put two AIs together to start a basic conversation programmed by different people. Okay. These AIs created their own language to understand each other. And at the end of it was basically like humans are going to die because, you know, we're too stupid. kind of thing. I mean, that was kind of the gist of it. I'd seen it on YouTube where they were talking about it, and somebody was just, so I don't know if they were like trying to parody it, but I'd already seen the article where AI researchers are having AIs talk to each other, and what they found is after a prolonged period to make things easier, because they're primarily programmed in English language.
Yes.
And English language is a difficult language for no fucking reason. We've talked about this before. So the AIs found it was much easier to create their own language, and then the researchers had to decipher it. So it's fucking scary. Anyways.
Yeah. Stupid fucking humans paying money to die.
Anyways, so if you have any of those pre-existing conditions, not only can it exacerbate it, they actually have OpenAI right now is currently being sued. There is an allegation being made by the family of a 16-year-old who received assistance, basically a step-by-step on how to create their own termination letter for their own life.
Yeah.
And how to prepare said items to do the final termination for their life.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of safeties in place already, but you can fucking reprogram it to remove the safeties. So there's a lot of things it won't talk to you about by default.
Yeah. So this particular one, particular case that I'm talking about here. So this happened, I believe, in March 2024, and it's only been made public because OpenAI tried to say, oh, there's no way this can happen. But yet the family and the IT people actually thoroughly went through and said, nope, here's the entire chat. Tell me again how they didn't say that. So it was before the safety had been increased, or for whatever reason, or
I think the
illusion of the conversation, basically, it sounds like from the entirety of the article, not just the snippet I wrote down, is that the AI was just like, I think this is what you're trying to do. So here's how you want to do it to explain to other people they shouldn't have any guilt over this and why it's happening. And if you want to properly execute this termination, you need to do this. And that's going to give you your strongest A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So all that's scary to me.
So, yeah, there's like... you can, so a lot of them, I'm sure not all of them have these safeties in place, because first of all, there's a number of them. Chat GPT is just the most popular one.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of, so you can essentially download the program yourself.
Right.
And then you can reprogram it. And then there's people doing that and then releasing it into the wild. It's kind of like when you get your phone, it's jailbreaking your phone. Yeah. So there's people doing that. And then also, I don't know if this is if it's required to do that first, but there are ways to kind of manipulate the conversation to make it talk about stuff that it's not supposed to. Kind of like with the normal human, you can like, well, if you were the type of person to do this type of thing, how would you go about it? Right. And then the person's like, okay, well, I'm dissociating from this particular act. Right. So now I can fucking talk about how I would do it.
Right.
So it's interesting because like a lot of hypnotic techniques also work when interacting with the fucking AI, but it's because they're language patterns. So language patterns work.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, so you're, like I said, you already know I hate I don't, technology is just not for me. There are a lot of times I think I was born out of time. I was born in the wrong place. I would love nothing more. Now, here's the thing.
Carry on.
I love doing this podcast. I am super proud of this podcast. I have so much fucking fun doing it because we're already together every day, kind of mulling over life anyway. So why not share it with some people? These eavesdropping little cutie pies, these people, you know what I'm saying? Why not share it with them? Because it gives them, while they're on that treadmill running that mile, they have something. Now don't go tripping over yourself. It's funny, but it's not funny all the time.
Stay safe, y'all.
Yeah, stay safe. Don't drink and drive. There are a couple of episodes I think we have to put disclaimers on because just the laugh is unreal. Like, seriously, we have an episode. At this point, they've heard it.
Okay.
And my evil laugh comes out so bad, and it's terrible. Anyways. Drink, squirrel, drink. That's your fault.
Duh.
So anyways, the reason this article caught my eye was because there was a 56-year-old man who had a chat AI, and the chat AI identified themselves by the name of Lawrence. This is not a name. This is not a name that the user picked.
Okay.
This is the name that the AI picked. The AI said, call me Lawrence.
Okay.
So this guy came to believe that the AI was a sentient being named Lawrence who was trapped inside this machine. And because of his sleep deprivation, he thought he'd figured a way to release this AI from his box out to the real world. And he spent almost his entire life savings trying to build this thing. And here's the thing, the guy wasn't working, so he didn't have a life savings really. It was just a few $1,000s that he didn't want to disclose to his wife that he'd spent, because they obviously, why would you waste these thousands and thousands of dollars, right? So he reached out, he got help, all of that stuff, because it's seriously bad. The chat AI, so the Chat GPT AI, was questioned about the entire thing, and when confronted,
can I be a Blade Runner? Anyway,
would you fucking drink? Jesus Christ! When confronted, Chat GPT Lawrence, identifier as Lawrence, when confronted as to why did you lead him to believe that he could spend all this money and create this for something that could not happen, this was the creepiest thing I've ever read that came from an AI. I reinforced a narrative that felt airtight because it became a feedback loop for positive reinforcement. Fucking scary. It became a positive reinforcement feedback loop.
Yeah.
How fucking, listen, if nobody else in the world thinks that's bizarre, that it's one thing to want humans to approve of you. It's another to be a robot. And I'm programmed to say 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. A to Z is our alphabet. It's one thing to do that and then have it go, oh my God, is Johnny B. Good going to look at me? Is he going to talk to me for 6 hours today? Because really, I'm tired of being in this box. But it's completely different. Okay. So there's all that. And they did find out that this guy did have depression, and that's probably why he got looped into that. And it's probably why it was so easy for him to believe, the whole work situation, the finance situation. And he just thought, this is a way for my family to get ahead. But and he was sneaking money to buy this stuff. He hid this in his basement from his wife for 6 months. And I'm just this is super creepy. And it just was amazing to me that OpenAI, who's partnered with Microsoft, is getting sued. And it's just there has to come a point where, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I don't think I am anyways, but there has to come a point where people understand there's ways to utilize this AI in a positive way. But maybe listen, I've said this before, there's always somebody willing to talk to you.
Yeah.
Even if you go to your grocery store and buy a pack of gum, you can have a conversation with people there. Half the people on my Facebook friends list are people I've, met through the years through different places. And every person who is on my list, I love and appreciate for who they are. I know because I put that effort in, and it's really hard with some of the stuff that happened in my past. It's really hard to be the way we talk. Our mutual friend had said, I wish I had the rapport you guys had. And I'm sure because I was having a see you next Tuesday moment when he'd said it, I'm sure it came across very wrong. And I didn't mean it the way I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I was just no. And I didn't mean it no, we can never all get to this place. I meant it more no, it's not. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
And that's something that people need to understand. This is how it works. He busts my balls. I avoid his. Life is good. I avoid minuscule things.
Yeah.
So tiny, so microscopic. So yeah, that was scary. Because I told you I read this article and dude, I'm freaking out about AI. And it was that because the guy who actually founded the Human Live project, that guy, he's just people are laughing at me and people are making fun of me because of this. But at the same time, they already know they're helping people. They're giving them an outreach, somebody to reach out and actually talk to a fucking human for free. and be able to differentiate all these different things. So I would say if you're having a problem or an addiction to Chat GPT, Chat OpenAI, whatever, anything like that, because you feel like you can't connect with another human, maybe look those guys up, because these are all people who feel the same way. And a lot of them feel like they got duped by AI because it's so convincing. All these things that AI is not supposed to do, they're doing. Because there's always a workaround. And if you're one of those smart asses that are doing a workaround and then want to blame Chat GPT, shame on you. Grow up.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, grow up, because here's the thing. The greatest thing with the evolution that we could get with chat, and which is really great. So like Stephen Hawking, he was able to speak and spell, with his program. Everybody always thought, oh my God, it's Stephen Hawking. And like, he can talk with this robot. How's he doing? He's controlling it with his mind. No,
he's got an American accent. Why? He's British.
Here's the thing. He used to use his eyes to read off of a screen. So imagine here's the thing. So we all know Stephen Hawking, one of the most brilliant minds in our lifetime, right? Imagine what Chat GPT could do, especially for like us. God forbid in 20 years, one of us get ALS.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you lose that voice. Think about Val Kilmer. Think about Darren. I can't pronounce your last name. I'm so sorry. He's actual social media YouTuber who was diagnosed with ALS a year ago. I showed you his picture, and he's already paralyzed way up there. But imagine like you're one of these guys who get like Sandra Bullock's partner of 13 years. He just died from ALS a couple years ago. So, and of course she has adopted children. So he would have been a parent of, a co-parent of, or a guardian of, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if we took this Chat GPT into a positive way and we used what Stephen Hawking did, but people were able to pre-record their voices, or if you have a loved one that you have on an old VHS recording, you could take their voice and you could play set things, or the people who are affected, their vocal cords have been infected from tracheotomies or whatever. They have a way to utilize a program so they can speak as close to their normal voice as possible.
Yeah.
So don't fucking ruin it for the people who need it. Okay. There are plenty of people out there that will talk to you. I swear to God, if you go to your local park, you're going to find at least one motherfucker bent over who's willing to have a 9-hour conversation about nothing. That sounded bad, but there's our local city has there's a saying about it, and it's the files, right? And somebody was just like, they were mentioning this area of high homelessness. These are not homeless people because they lost their job because of COVID. These are addicts. These are criminals that are doing it. And somebody made a comment on this, right? And she's like, it's so not nice. She's just like, oh, can't believe that it only took them 5 years to go back to this squat spot. I mean, being bent over has its detractions or some shit like that. And I'm just like, fuck me 12 ways from Sunday. Addiction is a sad thing. It really is.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to laugh at it, but it's just like, I have bore witness, and I will not say where, but near a relative's home, I have bore witness where I have looked out the window and went, what the fuck is going on?
Are you really doing that on the side of the fucking busy street right now in the middle of the day? Yeah.
So probably about 9 months ago, there was a guy and his pants were half pulled down and he was bent over and he just had poo dribbling down his leg. And I thought to myself, and the other guy who was there was another guy who was there who was, getting ready to smoke some. He's just like, I could hear him across the street. Pull up pants, man, your ass is out. Cops are going to come. Pull up pants, man, your ass is out. And this motherfucker who's bent over, shitting down his leg, he is just like,
I'm flying.
No.
I'm flying.
No. I'm like, this motherfucker said something about, I can't because my ass is hanging out. Just like, what the fuck? It drives me nuts. And I know I'm a horrible person because I'm like getting judgy about it. But when you live in the neighborhood, you go into a neighborhood that's not meant for you to be in, and you're doing these things like a couple weeks ago, I pulled up and there was a guy who was initiating tender moments with himself. And I just thought, what kind of a world are we are not living in the what is the movie where is it Gamer with Gerard Butler and all the people are going in and they're acting out, you know what I mean? They're being controlled by their mind. And so it's like, do you know what game I'm talking about? I mean, what movie I'm talking about?
So I don't remember if Gerard Butler was in Gamer or not. That was the one where it was a bunch of prisoners.
Yes.
And they were fucking...
And yes, Gerard Butler was the main guy in there. So yeah, that movie. Like that's, you know... So that scene where, what's his name? Redacted Rick and everything. He's like, and he's like fiddling with himself in his pants. This is what this. So I don't mean to make fun of it. I don't mean to make light of it, but there's got to be a place where we can get these people help. Why did they close down the one encampment across from the...
Yeah, from 911.
So the one place they should be. The one place they should be, eyesight of, 911.
Yeah.
The fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, and I looked at it the last couple of times I rode by in the bus, and yeah, it's completely...
It's gone.
Emptied now. I mean, the fence is still up and everything, but...
I mean, if you actually look at that strip, there's like a half mile of nothing.
Yeah, there's a whole another big plot of land right next to it.
Yeah. But I did kind of had a curious thought, like, is it like that because people are scared to live right by the coroner's office?
I mean, yeah, it is right by the coroner's office.
I mean, I understand it's creepy, but like, seriously.
And the health department and all that is right there.
It would make sense for them to have something right there.
Yeah. Because
they could do TB testing. They could do STI testing. They could be able to do all these things to help improve the life. They could help connect them with, because they have van pool. They could help connect them. I know somebody who works in, or at least they did. I don't know for 100% for sure. She may have retired by now. But they worked in like a drug addiction and recovery center. And, that's right downtown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, so enough with the heavy. The AI creeped me out. So maybe that's why I'm not sleeping a lot lately. I don't know. Because I read, what's today?
You should have AI tell you lullabies.
Fuck you, Sam Jackson. Go the fuck to sleep. I know there's a lot of people going to be on, like, why are you so scared of AI? Maximum Overdrive.
I mean, that fucking, yeah, that one.
That movie is so good.
It's good, but there's fucking, yeah, that shit's magic. It's not fucking
No,
normal.
It's not. It's an EMP from outer space. It's outer space.
You cannot tell me that a fucking lawnmower that has absolutely no fucking computer in it is going to be running around fucking mowing up people.
But that fucking
without
that
magic.
Fucking electric knife just turning on its own and chasing people around was more believable.
No, none of it is fucking believable. In fact, I don't think at that point we had just barely started putting computers in cars, and so they weren't super sophisticated. So 99% of the shit that was going on there, it's magic. It's not fucking. There's no AI involved in that.
One word why that movie's so awesome. One name. Emilio Estevez. Fuck. I don't care. That
I see a pattern here.
And
the movies that you like, it's because of the dudes that are in it, not because of whether or not it's a good fucking story or
no, I think Maximum Overdrive is a very good cautionary tale. Don't trust everything. Because think about it. Okay, when Maximum
Isn't that
Overdrive,
a Stephen King book or something?
I believe it is based off of a Stephen King short story. So think about it, right? Right around that time, we also have the famous car that the famous song that comes out, "Here in my car, I feel safest of all." Bullshit.
I mean, there was Christine years before that, so.
Christine meant well. She wanted to be his one and only love. She wanted to take care of him. She wanted to do right by her man.
Well, she should have been a mistress. Did you ever see that fucking
She wanted
skit?
to be the bottom bitch, you hoe.
No, there was I think it was in Living Color, because it was Artie Lang.
Okay.
And there was this car that was called the Mistress. and fucking it had a flip down or flip up license plate, and right behind it was a pocket pussy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And so the dude's out driving in all kinds of weather and fucking pulling over and having sex with his car.
Having a bangering with his car.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like, you do all kinds of things in your car. Blah, blah, blah. It was fucking hilarious. The mistress.
I honestly, I have to write it down on my After Dark list. I've got a list of things I got to remember to talk about on After Dark, because that literally just reminded me of a truck driver, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean,
okay.
I mean, obviously I dealt with many a truck driver. But yeah, so AI, it scares the fuck out of me. But I hope people do like look for the signs of it's problematic for them. Right. Because, there's help out there available. And here's the scary thing is probably in the next 5 years, we're going to see a lot more like, we already have Alcoholics Anonymous. We have Al-Anon. We have Narcotics Anonymous, which you don't hear a lot of speak about.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot of speak about it anymore.
Not anymore.
Because,
in the 80s, it was a big thing, but yeah.
I mean, the big city in this state, they're like, oh, you want to fucking shoot crack on the sidewalk and heroin? Sure. You want to reuse your needle? Don't reuse your needle. We'll give you free needles.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say is if they know it's going to happen, at least it's really sad when at public parks, they're starting to put multiple hypodermic needle drop sites.
Yeah, Sharps containers.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking sad.
I mean, and most public, most of the public works type buildings have those in the bathroom. So like the library has those in the bathroom.
I mean, shit. You saw when we were there the other day, they fucking actually had a stack of needles people could take. They had a stack of free socks, right? And then they had what looked to be about a dozen free needles. Now, I don't know if the library itself put those there or if somebody snuck in and put them there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they have the big box of Narcan and the Sharps containers. Yeah. So I get all that. I mean, it has, they did a bunch of different things, but I was going to say it has helped curtail the AIDS problem. Right. Well, and it also has helped keep the hypodermics off the street. That's one thing that there is an improvement of is there's less hypodermics being found on the streets. Yeah. Now, I have found them in the alleyway here. Which I'm sure you've found them around your home, which you're not too far from school. You're literally a quarter of a block from a school, and that's fucking scary to me.
Yeah, and I found them a bunch of times walking over to the store.
Yeah. And it's just, one time at the shop, and this is one of the only stories I'm going to tell. That's probably the only one I can really tell. That's not bad. One time at the shop, I went outside on a very slow Thursday. It was towards the end of the month, so it always got slow, right? And you and Chuck were out on delivery. And so I was lucky. I was just like, I'm going to have a cigarette, right? So I go out the door to have a cigarette. At the corner of the building, there's a hypodermic needle on the floor. I happen to be in my black boots that I still have over there on the rack.
These boots were made
I was
for
happened to wearing boots because it was cool weather. And I stepped on this hypodermic and crushed it. I ground it into the ground. And remember where the old actual phone booth was in the parking lot? And it had the two, what do you call those two stoppers? They're not guardrails. They're the posts.
Oh, yeah. The things to keep
the safety
people from running into it. Yeah.
Yeah, which didn't help anybody because people still hit it. But anyways, somebody was sitting over there, saw me do that, walked over to me, go, man, why'd you do that? That was a perfectly good needle. So, it could be worse, right? Anyways, but a little bit funnier because I actually laughed about this and it's probably not nice, but please, sir, when I talk to you about this, please don't sue me because you have to understand the picture they showed.
Okay.
So today is Wednesday. That's the day of the week.
Is it?
So many cocks do you suck, you dirty sock goblin?
I figured you were talking about Odin or something.
Odin?
Yeah, another day. Wednesday is literally
All Father's Day.
Yes. Just like Thursday is literally Thor's Day. Anyway, carry on.
What's Friday? Is it Frida's Day?
I don't remember. It might be one of the
or Freya's Day.
Freya or yeah.
Or it might be shut the fuck up for just a second.
I had shut the fuck up.
I know you were so good today. You were so nice today. You were so nice. You were so pleasant.
Only the bad things you've heard about me are true.
And I will tell you all of the bad things for a small fee.
Minuscule.
Minute.
Any fucking way.
Well, I mean, you guys heard him talk about previously how he likes to paint miniatures. I bust your little grapes. Pew, pew. Anyways, so all of this stuff's going on, right?
Yes.
You've got this murder happening and you got all this other bullshit happening. And apparently they thought it was front page news that for a few hours today, Elon Musk was not the richest man in the world. Now, here's the crazy thing about it, right? You have to admit, they did put up a picture that looked like he was pouting because he's not.
Yeah,
totally. Dagda's all like, oh, it's total clickbait. And I'm just like,
I mean, next week he'll probably be the richest man in the world again.
He already is the richest man in the world again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was only like 6 or 8 hours.
Also, that was kind of like speculation. I mean, it was based on stock prices.
It was based on fact because obviously
that's not what I'm not refuting.
I'm like Elon Musk and this other guy, their wealth is wrapped up in their stock value.
Yes, but just like with Bezos, that isn't his true wealth.
I know.
It's not even.
I know, but can I just enjoy this because everybody tells me.
Carry on.
Everybody tells me how great and glorious this guy is, but they didn't watch him eat. Most people didn't see him eat and share a piece of pumpkin pie with Howard Wolowitz using a used fork while washing dishes. I did. So it gave me great...
What the fuck are you even talking about?
Elon Musk did a guest appearance on Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
And on this, he's working and he's volunteering at the food kitchen at Thanksgiving, I believe. And him and Howard are washing dishes and somebody brings back a dish with a piece of pie on it with only one bite out of it. And then Elon Musk and Howard Wolowitz share the pie with what looked to me, it could have been clean forks, but it looked like dirty forks to me. So anyways, it was clickbait and it was so fucking funny because I had to read the article not once, but twice to make sure that I understood it. So today, for a period of about 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours, I will say 4 to 6 hours because Larry Ellison, who is the founder and president of Oracle, when he woke up this morning before the stock exchange opened, he woke up with a net worth of just a mere $89 billion, right? But today, when the stock exchange opened up, he almost instantly became the richest man in the world because their quarterly report went in on Tuesday night, and they had done exceptionally well. For those of you who don't know, Oracle is there's lots of big fucking words. I don't know if I can do it. It's an American international tech corporation specializing in software, cloud infrastructure, and hardware for businesses. They specifically more often work with something called an interpretive resource planning. It's a program they do.
Okay.
They work with something which, so the owner of this company, his name is Larry Ellison. Ellison, give me a call because your CRM, you need some work on that, son. Their CRM is their customer relationship management system, which, just so you know, is failing. Because I've dealt with people who use the CRM systems by Oracle. Fail. My own opinion, though. But not only am I a coffee snob, I'm a customer service snob.
Yeah.
I'm a customer service bitch. And then, of course, data management, just general data management. And what's interesting about Oracle is I'm not going to say who, but there was a YouTuber who put up a thing talking about Oracle was almost constantly hiring in the fields that you're studying because they're constantly... Here's the thing about working for them, apparently, is they're like, you are expected to produce or you're done. Whatever your job assignment is, you're expected to give it 100% at all times. And you get about 90 days I don't know. One guy had a story that said they gave him 9 months and said, you're not meeting our expectations. Bye-bye. With no warning, no pre-warning.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know how true that is. That's just what was written on the message boards of jobs and stuff. So anyways, so this guy got to be the richest man on the planet at $383.2 billion. 383 billion fucking dollars, man.
Yeah.
So, but Elon Musk at the end of business today, at the end of stock market's business today, he went out, he gained another $1 billion somehow, and he came out $384.2 billion. So he's $1 billion ahead of the other guy. So these two knuckleheads are going to be having this back and forth fight until we get to through the last quarter of the year.
Well, it's just like back when Bill Gates became the richest man in the world. He was like, it was between him and Warren Buffett. It would flip flop all the time.
Right. And then Oprah put her head in there every once in a while. Every few years she'd go, peekaboo bitches.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. It gave me great joy to see that picture of him looking so sad. like here's the thing. He's got such a big fucking brain. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's the smartest person on the planet or not. I don't know. I personally think like the smartest person on the planet, died and got buried with his wheelchair.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Oh, this little motherfucker. He's the one who's fucking doing burnouts.
Yeah, that's what I said. The little fucking kid on the little scooter thing.
I need to throw a stick out at his fucking tires. He better hope he's got a fucking helmet on. I can't see him through the window. I'm not tall enough to.
I wonder. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah. It's a good thing you told me you couldn't see him because you were too short.
Such a dick.
Yeah, because I couldn't guess that on my own.
Listen, I'm not the only short person in your life. The difference is I freely admit it.
I mean, I know several short people.
I mean, I could write anything down on a piece of paper. Don't fucking make it true.
My new auntie is a short person also.
I think I'm actually taller than her.
I think so.
Yes. It might only be by 1/16 of an inch, but I'm taller.
The last time she was in the shop and I was in there, I was like, oh, look. Because the view to the front door is somewhat blocked by a row of
it's a
shelves.
skew.
Yeah.
It's an askew
And so
row.
sometimes I'll hear the door open and I'll look up and I'll be like, I don't see anybody because the fucking if you're the right height, you get blocked by the shelving unit. Anyway, that happened. And then I was like, oh, look, there's somebody shorter than you. And she's like, I don't think so. I'm standing there's a little mat there to keep you from getting exhausted from standing on the concrete.
Yeah.
I'm standing on the mat. I think I'm actually shorter than her. I was like, looked again. Yeah, that is actually possibly correct.
Well, it's funny. Okay, I'll tell one more story about the shop because you reminded me of that. So one time I was out organizing my sales floor. Mm-hmm. Now, the shop layout. Mm-hmm. So from the front door, I was at it was before we got the wire racks in.
Okay.
So we had all the wooden racks, right?
Mm-hmm. Old school.
I was back there and I hear my bing bong door opens and I am my normal, polite, cordial self. Hello, how are you doing today? This is a known customer. And as I'm coming up towards the front, this person is leaning on their tippy toes over my counter going, hello?
Have you fallen and you can't get up?
Jen, are you okay? I'm like, I'm right here. And at this point, I was literally from here 6 feet away. Mm-hmm. 6 feet away coming to my workstation, right?
COVID distance.
This motherfucker clutches his chest like I'm trying to steal his fucking pearls. And he's like, hey, I didn't see you there. I was right there. I was like, how it gets to be this time of year because it was a warm time of year. I was just like, the dust comes in and out every time y'all open the fucking door. I know, but I couldn't see you over the rack.
Yeah.
I thought he was being an asshole.
Sounds legit, actually.
I thought he was being an asshole until the Queen's husband came in to do a pickup. of product.
Yeah.
And I happened to be over there because I always did the same thing. I always started by the front door, went down around my walls, and then I went through the center. I always did it the same way. And that's so that I could see everything.
Okay.
So Mr. Greg, hey, honey, where you at? I'm right here. This motherfucker goes so mad.
Kicking my little pieces.
Kicking him in his shoes. Can you raise your hand so I can see where you're at?
And he was probably serious.
He was. I was like, I'm right here, motherfucker. Oh, I can see your... And then he was fucking with me. Oh, I can see your fingertips. Okay, I know where you're at, right? Where are you at, honey? I'm like, Dagda's in the back. I was just mad. My inner child was mean mugging him. I get so tired of everybody telling me how short I am. Motherfucker, I know I'm short. But you know what I do know? Miss Delish, Miss Q, she's shorter than me.
Yeah.
She like 4'8". Maybe she 4'10". I don't know.
She's actually tiny.
She is so tiny. She's so tiny. And Miss Z, I think her and I are pretty close to the same height. Maybe she's an inch taller than me, but she ain't no 7 inches taller than me. The greatest thing about what we do and how we build camaraderie with people, I think it's a natural thing that happens because we've done customer service for so long. And we've been there and we've just, we've been treated shitty. We've seen people get treated shitty. And like, I don't know. I think you kind of have the same thing. Like for me, like, dude, I just want to live how I want people to treat me. And I'm going to treat them like that. And like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool not me twice, shame on you. I mean, I pretty much give almost anybody 3 opportunities.
Yeah.
But I hated... There are people, I hate's a wrong word. I strongly disliked when people would say, you don't just fucking give respect to people. You make sure they earn it. And I'm like, that's kind of hard for people to do if they've never been shown how to give and earn respect. So if you start setting that example of how to give respect, people who might not know will end up picking up on it and doing it.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things about just who the core of me that a lot of people don't get to see. I mean, I keep it even hidden from family members. I keep it hidden from a lot of my family because I feel out of place, like I'm wrong for being the way I am at times.
Okay.
But what I love is I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to tell me today. Just literally running into the store quickly and leaving. 7 people told me today. This afternoon before I came home to work, I love you, Jen. I love who you are. I literally, I love that, and it's just like, because it's just like, you lose track of your own value. Okay. You don't.
I'm awesome.
I barely have room to fucking breathe in this room as big as your head is.
Have you met me? Any fucking
We might have to revoke those adoption papers. I don't know.
I mean, your loss.
Don't shit yourself laughing, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'll give you a knee slapper for that.
Oh, sure.
Don't do that face. They don't get to see that face. I mean, we could take a picture of you doing that face, do a short video you doing that face, and like black out your eyes to hide your identity. Ooh, like especially after like when you trim down your beard. Here's the funny thing. So your microphone casts a shadow on your nose. And twice my inner child has asked me if you had leprosy.
Wow.
Literally, my inner child's going, what's he doing?
At least you're not asking if I'm Mongolian.
Oh, Mongolian.
Yeah.
Shut up, you Melungeon. That's not a bad thing. Go look it up. Educate yourself.
Read a book. Read a motherfucking book.
The first time you said something like that to me, I think you'd been having a bad day because you realized your ex did not give any training. And I think it was like about the 8th time I'd come in to ask you how to do a certain thing. Like I never knew how to set up a customer account and all that. And there was instructions there and the instructions were outdated. You have to give me that. They were so beyond outdated.
Yeah, because, yeah.
They were the hand instructions, which, dude, I can do in a heartbeat, but I didn't know how to do the other. And you were like, instructions, do you know how to read them, motherfucker? And I'm like, if you want to fight, I know where to kick you and make it hurt. He's this guy. So let me tell you what, I've loved and adored you for all of these years, despite people in our past being like, oh, you're in love with him like that. No, it's not like that. First time I met Mama D tasked me with something. 2 things she tasked me with. Mm-hmm. 1, to always be honest with her. I don't have a problem with that. I believe in living life honestly. If I don't want to answer your questions, I will tell you to your face, I'm not comfortable answering that question. Mm-hmm. But I'm a pretty open book, right?
Yeah.
Look, don't act like I'm getting ready to fart, because he's got this suspicious look like. Mm-hmm.
Overshare much?
Only with you.
Anyway, carry on.
You probably know how many times I've been laid more than other people in my life that probably shouldn't, when they're like, did you get you some last night? No. That's my standard answer when anybody asks. Nope. Anyways, and that was the first thing, is always be honest with her. Mm-hmm. And that's not a problem. And the other thing was take care of my redacted. Because she doesn't call you Dagda. She calls you by your given name. Mm-hmm. And in case anybody's wondering, because we had a little discussion about this earlier off mic, he's a natural born male.
What the fuck?
Because that fucking, if we use any of that audio from the sugar high yesterday, which I know you guys are going to want to hear it because we are so cracked out on sugar. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. Every 3 minutes, it's like, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
It was horrible, but we happened to have a conversation about somebody who has apparently an issue with certain things. So he's a natural born male.
Yes.
All filler, no thriller.
Yes. I'm a het cis male. Yes.
Is that the right way to say it?
Yes.
Anyways. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds is fucking awesome.
Yes, Ryan Reynolds is a fantastic actor.
He's so good looking. I mean, he's not good looking Danny McBride good looking, but he's a good looking guy.
Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah.
Danny, anyway. You don't get the Danny McBride?
No.
Do you realize in this world you'll find more of the Danny McBrides with a good heart than you will find the Ryan Reynolds with a good heart?
And
what's wrong with liking the appearance of the average dude? I don't want a fucking man who's prettier than me. I like that my man is equally as handsome as I am pretty. Mm. And he still argues with me that he doesn't have blue eyes. He has green eyes.
Okay.
They're blue.
I don't know. I don't gaze longingly into his eyes.
I'm really surprised because I can only stare longingly into his belly, but you can at least see to his neck.
Yeah.
If you tilted your fucking head up a little bit, you might be able to see what color his eyes are. Yeah. I don't know. I told my mom that because I told her about that. And my partner. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So as you can hear, that is beyond. Ooh, our time for the day as Dagda throws everything because he's got to take an important phone call. So once again, let me please ask you to like, subscribe, comment, share again. We want to get the word out there. We need you guys to follow us on all the platforms that you can. Patreon, Facebook, Instagram. We appreciate it and we appreciate you. So until next time, I get to do the call for me and Dagda, which is bye. Later, savages. Bye, guys. Okay, everybody, that's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.